loving Lulu. She is.
So if you guys want to hang around, yeah. Well, because she's the best.
And she's wearing a generational change collar.
Yep. And so for those who are going to stick around for our final segment,
we do have our Florida
on Mondays is we focus on Florida. So,
which for people not from Florida, generally it is full of stupidity at a level that only Floridians truly understand.
We want to make it at least somewhat entertaining for everyone so they understand exactly what we deal with down here.
These two.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. And
all right, but did you? I can't with him.
We are of a especially here in Broward, we are a very objective mind about where our governor stands. He is an extremely popular governor, maybe the most in the whole country, especially amongst the MAGA crowd, the R's, and with independents. Now, of course, he's despised by the Democrats. That's a given. But the question is he going to overstep his bounds where he's actually going to lose support?
This is interesting. We are really having the mask battle here in Florida, the battle.
And here's what I don't understand. If he was a great governor and really was just adhering to his base, the independents, but wasn't trying to antagonize the Democrats, we, as we like to say, as you like to say, Jen, the attorney, we are a county strong state.
Are.
Florida really has the power of the county commissions in Florida cannot be understated.
Yeah.
Very, very powerful.
So it'll be interesting. This is really turning into a pissing match between DeSantis and the Florida man. Yeah. So he put out this rule that any districts, they're giving them 48 hours to reverse their mask mandates or they're going to lose their state funding.
Right.
And now, of course, we have this ancillary article that the feds are ready to investigate whether students' rights to safe education are violated. Like, this is Florida, of course, is the show.
If it could happen,
it's like such a circus.
If it could happen in any state, it can happen here. We are the butt end of a lot of jokes, but with good reason. We earn our reputation, as we often like to say. And again, this is no different. Why are you fighting over masks in schools? Why don't you, as the governor, just say, this is a county issue. If the counties want a mask mandate, that is up to them. And it seems like Broward and I think Hillsborough County, or maybe it's Pinellas County, I know it's in the Tampa area. If they want a mask mandate, then have a mask mandate. It's one of the safer ways to avoid spreading the virus. But the idea that this is the hill you want to die on is amazing.
So essentially, this is what happened. In an order sent Friday to the districts in Alachua and Broward counties, the first of five districts in the state to impose mask requirements this month. The State Board of Education said that if they do not reverse their mandates in 2 days, districts will have to provide Commissioner of Education the current salaries of each school board member.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So wait, scroll. If you're going to bogart that, then move it. The Florida Department of Education said it then will start gradually withholding state funds equal to 1/12 of the salaries of the board members monthly until each district demonstrates compliance. Are you kidding me?
If that's
you kidding me?
If that ain't Big Brother, I don't know what is.
First of all,
you will comply.
Oh my God. And so here's the thing that's so screwed up about this. They're really using children as pawns in a political pissing match.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ludicrous. So you're thinking that reducing the salaries of people who are trying to protect the children is going to be a good political move. It's not a good look.
No,
it's really not a good look.
It isn't.
Going after educators it's never a good look.
It's not. And again, it's like, I understand, guys, there are 67 counties in the state of Florida, and unfortunately, only about 7 or 8 of them are blue. So they're looking at it as long as this doesn't hurt us and it keeps our rabid base going, then that's good enough. It's Florida for a reason.
Yeah.
I can somewhat sympathize with people and their fear of vaccines, because people really do have that fear. But the idea that wearing a mask is the hill you want to die on, it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah,
it really is.
But it you know what? It's just the kind of crazy.
Like I said, why would DeSantis not just say, let the counties decide? I'm not getting
because
involved.
he's using it to rile people up. And then this also came up that was interesting about DeSantis. So we have this sort of like little DeSantis COVID section here.
He is our governor and he dominates the headlines.
No, go there. So this was very interesting. So this week, dozens of users on social media and several media outlets drew attention to the link between Governor Ron DeSantis' support for COVID-19 treatments from the company Regeneron and his top donor's financial interest in the company.
Imagine that.
Shocking. So the top donor to the Friends of Ron DeSantis Political Action Committee.
What a name of a pack, right?
Friends of Ron DeSantis Action Committee is Ken Griffin, CEO of the hedge fund Citadel Advisors.
He is the Citadel. He does run
He
Citadel.
has donated $10.75 million to the PAC, including $5 million donation in April.
And we're not even in an election season yet.
Citadel,
this is way in advance.
Citadel nearly tripled its stock holding in Regeneron in the second quarter of this year, according to filings from NASDAQ and the SEC. So in other words, one of Ron DeSantis' biggest donors have increased their investment in the company that creates Regeneron, and Regeneron is the name of the company, but it's the anti-COVID treatment, whatever it is. And so this is why now you've got Ron DeSantis pushing this treatment. It's just like ridiculous.
Lefty, we can't argue with you. Anytime something happens in Florida, people don't like. They just show Bugs Bunny sawing the state off.
Seriously, we get it. So we have a governor that is threatening educators and school board people for putting mask requirements on, while simultaneously promoting the treatment that he gets money from. What could go wrong?
But again. And this is what we wanted to, and this is what we want to tell you.
Florida.
We like Annette Kyler. She's down here by us. You know, she's somebody who
is that?
Annette Kyler? No. Annette,
no.
Oh, Annette, well, it's Annette Taddeo.
Oh, you mean Annette Taddeo?
It's not Toledo, but yes.
She's, you know what? Look,
she's definitely, you know, she swings between moderate and progressive.
She goes both ways.
You know, listen, I don't see her.
She does establishment plenty, but then she also was one of the people in our state that voted against the weighted vote, which, you know, is something that we have that's inherently undemocratic about our state Democratic Party.
She plays both sides, but I don't think Annette's a bad person.
No, I don't either.
No, I think that she's definitely. I think she definitely gives a damn, and I can't say that about a lot of people who are. She does,
but I think that it would really depend on who she would be surrounding herself with in such a venture.
If Annette is going to run, it really comes down to if she really thinks that there's an opportunity, and I do think she would run for governor. I don't think she would run for senator. Being in Tallahassee and being there, I think it does make a huge difference. Is this part of
well, this is part of it. So at the same time, while Ron DeSantis is threatening to withhold salaries,
it looks like DC is going to get involved.
Right. So the Office of Civil Rights is prepared to take on any investigation necessary to support the safe reentry into schools if allegations of students' rights to a free, appropriate public education are being violated. That sounds like a platitude sandwich to me. So I don't really know what that looks like logistically. But basically, they felt the need to stick their nose and basically shame DeSantis for not protecting students enough. So,
but what you guys have to remember, those who have been in politics ever since the Bernie Trump wave that started in the spring of 2015, is you have to really get good at recognizing how the game is being played. Ron DeSantis is doing this because he is very likely, again, I know people don't want to hear it, but he is likely to get reelected governor of this state, and he is going to run for president. And why is that? Because he is from the Trump philosophy of any publicity is good publicity.
And the truth is, it kind of is.
Even if people are talking about him and hating him, he is the only governor that is getting airtime.
Yeah, we've been getting hated, and we've gotten tons of new subscribers.
But the point is, that's how they look at it. It is a zero-sum game from DeSantis's perspective.
Yep.
He is beloved by the MAGA crowd, by Republicans in general.
Let's be clear, we have no love for DeSantis.
By palatable to the Republicans who wouldn't otherwise support Trump. Independents really like him. And he's trying to become the next president. And you saw what happened when Biden tried to throw a jab at him. It didn't end well. It didn't. If Biden was smart, he'd stay as far away from DeSantis.
Biden is stop kicking that.
Sorry.
Biden is the person that's bringing a knife to a gunfight if he thinks that he's going to
fighting. This ain't fighting Trump. This is a whole other ballgame.
Yeah.
He's fighting a guy who served in the military.
Not just that, but somebody who isn't just like flippant blurb out the mouth, like diarrhea of the mouth. You know, this is somebody who is a little bit more smart and calculating.
Yeah.
So this was your story that you
very
told.
Good.
So
very good point, Steve. We do agree with that. Hopefully that does change.
But I do hope so.
I just don't think DeSantis has the skeletons that Cuomo does. That's the big difference. So we do have a heartwarming story.
We have a heartwarming story.
We've got a Florida story.
We're going to end with the Florida, but we're going to start. We have a happy story now. And Peter is particularly fond of wiener dogs.
My father happens to have a wiener dog, a mini Dachshund.
I don't know if you noticed the dog in the pool.
It kind of looks like my dog.
That looks like Reese.
Yeah, it does look like Reese.
Did you notice that?
Yes. That is very cute. That is very cute. So apparently Florida does have something to cheer about.
Yay!
So during these dog days of summer, it's only natural to share stories about dogs. But this story isn't about just any dog. Riley is currently the 3rd highest ranked Dachshund in North America.
Yeah.
Jumping and racing his way to big titles.
It's exciting stuff.
Christine Boyd says she and Riley more deeply discovered his talents during the pandemic. That's nice.
Okay. So we have a champion.
A champion doggy dog?
Champion dachshund.
Are we playing?
I don't know what he does. I think he just chases. He's like fast swimming or something. I don't know. But you were just very happy to see a hot dog in the news.
Well, they're basically badger dogs because they are very fast.
Which is hilarious. They don't look fast.
Yeah, I don't think
you can. No, if you play it, we'd have to reshare, so you can't do it. But anyway, I think that was just really cute.
And it is heartwarming. But again,
9 inches tall. He's only 9 inches tall. That, you know what? Here's for people that are vertically challenged.
Definitely a speedster. But again, dogs just make life better. They really do.
They do. Everything is better with a dog.
And as Bill Murray likes to say, I trust any dog that, I don't trust any person that doesn't like dogs, but I trust any dog that doesn't like a
It's
person.
true. If your dogs particularly dislike someone, take note.
Yeah. It's usually a good sign.
So the Florida.
This is where we conclude.
Okay.
Because this is going to only be a Florida
couple,
story.
right? No, only a Florida couple. So this Florida couple gets busted on their way in Hawaii for using fake vaccination cards. They actually this is the new industry. So, you know, we used to do fake IDs. Now we need fake vaccination IDs, apparently, is the new industry. So Florida couple arrested in Hawaii after allegedly presenting fake COVID vaccination cards for themselves and their 2 children. This is a couple, by the way, from Miami.
Of course they are.
They're extremely local to us. They were taken into custody shortly after they arrived in Honolulu.
And this could not be any more perfect. The screener at the airport, when they came through, noticed an anomaly about the age of the children and the vaccine. And that's how we got involved. Because of course they would make that mistake. You would say one thing on the vaccine and another thing on their actual passport. Or you don't need a passport for Hawaii.
No, you don't need a passport for Hawaii. But if you can look at a child and know that they were too young to have received a COVID vaccine.
Well, we absolutely knew that any of the stories that were going to come out about people forging their vaccine cards was good.
Florida.
Could it be any other state?
No.
It could, of course not.
It's just par for the course.
It absolutely is. And so,
but you have to wonder how they got through on the front end. Like, okay, so they got stopped in Honolulu when they got there, but how did they get through on the front end? That's what's interesting. Why wouldn't you do that?
Kyler, I'm actually in agreement. I actually think that one of the ways that you can, and the same would go for Alaska and other places.
Don't say that. I have one of my
Alaska.
bucket list things is to spend 4 seasons in Alaska.
So you can spend a year in Alaska?
I do.
That's pretty cool.
I'd love to spend a year in Alaska.
Alaska is definitely on the bucket list. Definitely want to get there.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.